Yeah, here with John from Ozzie Outdoors in Mount Isa, in your store at a mixed store. You got firearms, hunting gear, camping gear out the back here, and I just want to make an example of where we can go wrong when government sort of moves too fast, or in my view uses prejudice against how they apply bans on essential services or bans on doing business. So I just wanted to show people this side of the shop. You've got your archery gear, a lot of camping survival gear, and if we move a couple of metres this way, you've got your firearms and your ammunition. But because the government said it's not an essential service, shut everything down, these blokes have been left with no business, and presumably the majority of the business at the moment is now pest control and primary producers. There's not a lot of activity for a sporting shooter like myself at the moment because there's not much camping or anything available, so you can't operate. But unfortunately most stores out west, you do a lot more than firearms, so you're shutting down everything, and that's been a real hamstring. But you were telling me about a couple of examples of where you've been shut down.
Yeah, like I've got customers waiting on trailer springs and accessories like that there, which is nothing to do with the firearm industry, and because we had to close the whole business down, he couldn't pick up his stuff. It
didn't make sense.
Makes no sense. Yeah.
But we had some good news today that they were letting you open up just on the strict guidelines, yes. Primary production, pest control, that sort of thing. So at least that's something. And but it just goes to show, like, if they move in fast and say without knowing the industry and not consulting properly, they make mistakes. And we've been talking to sporting shooters and the likes and the government, communicating with them, trying to tell them you got to talk to us first before you do this stuff, because there'll be inadvertent damage. And as we know, many of the stores out here in western areas, and interesting, like Nick DeMeadows said to me, a KP member in Hinchinbrook, said, if you want to play golf over this period of COVID-19, you can still go to the golf store and buy your golf gear. Why is there a restriction on buying some of your gear for firearms ammunition if you're a sporting recreational rifle? Because we're not the problem, we're never the problem legally, and there's no risk with that. But they really risk the livelihood of many businesses out west, not just firearm businesses, because usually they're combined these areas. So yes. I guess you're happy with that, John?
Oh, very happy, and yeah.
Dodged a bullet.
Dodged a bullet, literally. Yeah.
Thanks, mate.